You asked for it, so here it is. Time for another Marvel vs. DC epic battle to the death, an ultimate showdown of comic book titans. We're diving deep into the nitty-gritty of these iconic characters, pitting them against each other in hypothetical battles for the ages. We're talking raw power versus cunning strategy, brute force versus technological superiority. These are the questions that have haunted comic book fans for decades, and today, we're finally tackling them head-on. So buckle up, grab your favorite snack, and get ready for some epic showdowns as we determine the ultimate victors in these legendary clashes. Let's do this. All right, let's kick things off with a real clash of titans. The Silver Surfer, Herald of Galactus and wielder of the power cosmic, versus the Flash, the fastest man alive. On the surface, this might seem like a simple speed versus power matchup, but it's so much more than that. Sure, Flash can move at ludicrous speeds, phasing through objects and delivering thousands of punches per second. But the Silver Surfer is no slouch either. He can manipulate energy on a cosmic scale, teleport across galaxies, and even restructure matter at a subatomic level. He's faced down gods and cosmic entities that would make the Flash look like a slow-motion replay. Ultimately, the Surfer's versatility and sheer cosmic power proved too much for even the Flash to overcome. He could simply teleport Flash into a black hole or incapacitate him with a blast of cosmic energy before the Flash could even register what's happening. Next up, we have a battle of the tactical masterminds, two heroes known for their strategic brilliance and unwavering determination. Captain America, the Sentinel of Liberty, versus Batman, the Dark Knight of Gotham. Now, on paper, this might seem like a mismatch. Captain America is the peak of human physicality with enhanced strength, speed, agility, and reflexes. He's a skilled martial artist and tactician, wielding his vibranium shield with incredible proficiency. But Batman is prepared for anything. He's a master strategist, a brilliant detective, and a skilled martial artist in his own right. He spent years honing his body and mind to their absolute limits, developing an arsenal of gadgets and strategies to take on any foe. And that's the key here. Batman's meticulous planning and psychological warfare would give him the edge. He'd exploit Cap's weaknesses, use his environment to his advantage, and ultimately outmaneuver the Star-Spangled Avenger, proving that brains can sometimes trump brawn. Alright guys, buckle up for this one. It's the Merc with a mouth versus the Terminator, Deadpool versus Deathstroke. We've got two of the most skilled assassins in comics, both masters of weaponry and hand-to-hand combat. Deathstroke's got the edge in tactics and strategy, a hardened soldier who calculates every move. But you see, that's where Deadpool's chaos comes in. Deathstroke is good, no doubt, but he's predictable. Deadpool? Not so much. He's like a Looney Tunes character come to life, breaking the fourth wall, pulling out random weapons. That healing factor doesn't hurt either. You can shoot him, stab him, blow him up, he just keeps coming back with a witty one-liner. It'd drive anyone nuts. This is a long drawn-out fight, a war of attrition. Deathstroke lands some serious blows, but Deadpool just shrugs them off, his healing factor working overtime. And slowly but surely, Deadpool's unorthodox style starts to wear Deathstroke down. It's like fighting a cloud of angry bees. In the end, Deathstroke is just too exhausted, too frustrated to keep up. Deadpool lands a lucky blow, or maybe it's a calculated one, who knows with this guy, and that's it. Deadpool wins, proving that sometimes being unkillable and completely insane is the best strategy. This is a tough one, folks. Black Canary, the heart of the Justice League, with her sonic scream, going up against Black Bolt, the silent king of the Inhumans. Talk about a David and Goliath situation. Black Canary is incredibly skilled, a martial arts master with a powerful voice, but Black Bolt, he's on another level. Black Bolt's power is terrifying. Even a whisper from him can level mountains. Imagine what a full-blown scream could do. It's the kind of power that makes other heroes nervous, and rightfully so. Black Canary is tough, but even she can't stand up to that kind of raw force. The fight, if you can even call it that, is over almost before it begins. Black Canary lets loose with her canary cry, a powerful blast of sonic energy, but Black Bolt just stands there, unmoved. He doesn't even have to utter a word. The sheer force of his presence, the contained energy within him, is enough to completely negate the canary cry. It's a heartbreaking loss, but a necessary one. Black Bolt is just too powerful. Get ready to shrink down, everyone, because it's a battle of the miniature marvels. Ant-Man, the shrinking security consultant, versus Atom, the mighty might. Both can shrink down to subatomic size. Both have access to incredible technology. This is going to be good. Atom might have the edge in terms of scientific knowledge. He's a brilliant physicist who understands the building blocks of the universe. But Ant-Man, he's got that unpredictable streak, plus a connection to the insect kingdom that gives him a unique advantage. Imagine a swarm of ants, all following Ant-Man's commands, attacking Atom from all sides. Talk about a bad case of the ants in your pants. The battle takes them through the microverse, a subatomic world full of strange creatures and dangers. They're dodging antibodies, riding dust mites. It's a microscopic roller coaster ride. Atom tries to outsmart Ant-Man, using his knowledge of physics to create miniature black holes and manipulate energy. But in the end, it's Ant-Man's quick thinking and his trusty ants that save the day. He uses his shrinking tech to grow a giant ant, trapping Atom. It's a close one, but Ant-Man takes the victory, proving that sometimes size doesn't matter, it's how you use it. All right, folks, we're diving into another epic showdown, and this time it's a battle of the senses. Nightwing, the acrobatic protege of Batman, going toe-to-toe with Daredevil, the man without fear. Both are masters of martial arts, operating at the peak of human physicality, but with their own unique approaches. Nightwing relies on his agility, tech, and those awesome eskrima sticks, while Daredevil uses his heightened senses to navigate the world and predict his opponent's moves. Now this fight could go either way. You've got Nightwing with his incredible acrobatics and gadgets, able to anticipate attacks and deliver some serious blows. But Daredevil, with his radar sense, can literally feel what's coming before it happens. He's basically a human lie detector, able to sense changes in heart rate and breathing, giving him an edge in a fight. This fight would be a close one, a ballet of fists and feet played out in the shadows. But ultimately, I think Nightwing's superior tech and adaptability would give him the edge. His eskrima sticks can be used offensively and defensively, and he's shown the ability to adapt to unexpected situations. Daredevil, while incredibly skilled, can sometimes be caught off guard by opponents who can exploit his reliance on sound. So, while Daredevil's radar sense is a formidable weapon, I see Nightwing using his agility, tech, and strategic mind to outmaneuver and ultimately defeat the man without fear. It would be a hard-fought victory, but a victory nonetheless for the former boy wonder. Get ready for a clash of titans as Wonder Woman, the Amazonian princess, faces off against Captain Marvel, the cosmically empowered powerhouse. This is a battle for the ages, pitting two of the strongest heroes against each other. Wonder Woman, with her godly strength and indestructible bracelets, versus Captain Marvel, who can fly at supersonic speeds and shoot photon blasts. Talk about an epic confrontation. Wonder Woman, trained from birth to be a warrior, is a master of combat. She's faced down gods and monsters, her lasso compelling honesty. Her shield deflects even the most powerful attacks. Captain Marvel possesses incredible strength and the power of flight. She can absorb and redirect energy, leveling cities with her blasts. This fight would be a spectacle of epic proportions, a whirlwind of superpowered punches and energy blasts. Wonder Woman's divine heritage and tenacity give her the edge. She's gone toe-to-toe with gods before, and her endurance is practically limitless. Captain Marvel, while powerful, is still susceptible to injury and fatigue. Ultimately, Wonder Woman's relentless attacks and unbreakable spirit would prove too much. It would be a close fight, but Wonder Woman's divine resilience would secure her victory. All right, folks, buckle up because this is the big one. We're talking Superman, the Man of Steel, versus the Incredible Hulk, the Green Goliath. This is the ultimate clash of titans, a battle for the ages. Superman, an alien with the power of flight, super strength, heat vision, and more. Hulk, whose strength and rage increase exponentially the angrier he gets. Talk about a tough call. Superman is practically a god among men, able to move at supersonic speeds. He's the epitome of power and heroism. But then you have the Hulk, a force of pure, unadulterated rage. The Hulk's strength is potentially limitless. He's a walking earthquake. This fight would be an earth-shattering event. But I have to give the edge to Superman. His speed and diverse power set give him a significant advantage. He can freeze Hulk with his breath or outmaneuver him with his superior speed. While the Hulk's strength is formidable, it's ultimately his anger that fuels it. Superman, with his unwavering will and commitment to justice, would find a way to overcome the Hulk's rage. It wouldn't be easy, but Superman's combination of power, speed, and strategic thinking would win the day. All right, folks, we're diving into a tech-heavy showdown for the ages: Iron Man versus Steel. In the red corner, we've got Tony Stark, the genius billionaire playboy philanthropist with a heart of, well, mostly iron. He's got a suit for every occasion, each one packing enough firepower to level a small country. Seriously, the man's a walking, talking armory. And in the blue corner, John Henry Irons, aka Steel, a brilliant engineer with a heart of gold, and maybe a few other alloys in there. He's got his trusty hammer, a kinetic dynamo that can pack a serious punch and manipulate energy. Plus, he's got that whole man of the people thing going for him, which counts for something, right? But let's be real, this fight comes down to the tech. Iron Man's suits are constantly evolving, incorporating cutting-edge technology and alien weaponry. From repulsor beams to unibeam blasts, he's got an answer for everything Steel can throw at him. Plus, his AI system, whether it's Jarvis or Friday, gives him a tactical edge that's tough to beat. Steel, on the other hand, is a bit more grounded. He relies on his own ingenuity and a healthy dose of good old-fashioned elbow grease. Don't get me wrong, he's no slouch in the innovation department, but he's playing catch-up with Stark's near-limitless resources. Get ready to stretch your imaginations, folks, because we've got a battle for the ages. Plastic Man versus Mr. Fantastic. In the red and yellow corner, we've got Eel O'Brien, the former crook-turned-elastic superhero. This guy's a walking, talking cartoon, able to stretch his body into any shape imaginable. Seriously, he's like if Silly Putty got superpowers and a wicked sense of humor. And in the blue and white corner, Reed Richards, aka Mr. Fantastic, the brilliant scientist and leader of the Fantastic Four. He's got the power of elasticity too, but with a more scientific approach. He can stretch, contort, and mold his body in ways that defy the laws of physics. Plus, he's got that big brain of his, always coming up with new and inventive ways to use his powers. Now, you might think this is a close match, and on the surface it is. Both Plastic Man and Mr. Fantastic can stretch their bodies to incredible lengths, contort themselves into impossible shapes, and absorb impacts that would turn a normal person into paste. But there's one key difference. Plastic Man's powers are based in magic, while Mr. Fantastic's are rooted in science. What does that mean for this fight? Well, it means Plastic Man has a level of unpredictability that Mr. Fantastic just can't match. He can change his density, becoming as hard as diamond or as light as a feather. He can morph his body into weapons, vehicles, even other people. He's limited only by his imagination, which, let's be honest, is pretty darn limitless. All right, folks, we're entering the cosmic ring with this one. Dr. Manhattan, the quantum observer who can manipulate matter at a subatomic level. He can be anywhere, anytime, and even replicate himself. He's practically a god. But then we have the Beyonder. Imagine a being from a realm beyond the multiverse, possessing power that dwarfs even the cosmic entities of the Marvel Universe. We're talking reality warping on a scale that makes the Infinity Gauntlet look like a cheap toy. This isn't even a fight, guys, it's a slaughter. Even with Manhattan's incredible abilities, even if he split himself into a million pieces, the Beyonder could just blink him out of existence. It's like comparing a firecracker to a supernova. There's just no contest. Winner Beyonder. Get ready for a bloodbath Bastiches, because it's the main man himself, Lobo, against the terrifying Knull, god of the symbiotes. Lobo, the last Zarnian, is a nigh unkillable bounty hunter with a penchant for violence and a regenerative ability that makes Wolverine look like an amateur. He's taken on Superman and lived to tell the tale, but Knull? This is a primordial god who predates the universe itself. A being who controls the very darkness and can manifest it into terrifying weapons and monstrous symbiotes. Knull is a cosmic horror on a whole other level. As much as I love Lobo and his brutal antics, I gotta call it like I see it. Knull could just absorb him into the symbiote hive mind, stripping him of his individuality and turning him into another one of his mindless drones. This is Knull's domain, and Lobo is way out of his league. Winner Knull. And there you have it, folks. 12 epic showdowns between some of the most powerful heroes and villains from the Marvel and DC universes. These battles were epic. Do you agree with our winners? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more Geek Glitch content.